What I want to do today is to tell you about something that I have in my body. I have a new hip, and it's not a metaphor. I actually have a titanium part in my body. And because the healing process was quite elaborate, I thought that I should take you with me on this journey. So welcome along. So why did I need hip surgery? Now, there are three reasons, or many reasons, why you might need hip surgery. One, you maybe get into an accident and you fracture your hip. Two, there's something called AVN, which is avascular necrosis, which basically means that your hip starts losing blood flow. And when it loses blood flow, it sort of dies and stops functioning. So that's the second reason. And when I went to the doctor and he said, you need to have hip replacement surgery, I'm in my 40s, I'm not 80 or 70. So it was a bit of a shock, but he doesn't know why I needed hip surgery. So this is his theory. His theory is that from the time I was young, my pelvic was slightly misaligned. And because of that, it's just been eroding the bones. Now, the pain actually comes from your bone calcium particles sitting on your tendon and your muscles. That's where the pain comes from. And of course, your bones now grinding together because cartilage is a rumor. You don't have any cartilage anymore. So that's why I needed surgery. Let me take you through some of the symptoms that I had. If I sat down on a seat, watching a movie, enjoying myself, the moment I stood up, my legs would be completely stiff and I'd have a hard time moving my hips. So that was one sign. The second sign is when you're going up and down the stairs, you actually need to hold the banister with your life. Because the pain is actually, it's a really weird pain. It's somewhere inside. You don't even know exactly where the pain is. So that was my second symptom. And the third symptom was that every time I tried to walk, to get your bones moving, the pain would be unbearable and I would have to actually stop anywhere, stop on the side of the street, stop in a cafe, stop somewhere. So if you have those symptoms and maybe you've gone for physio and even after maybe 1 or 2 physio sessions, you're still in pain, you need to get it checked out. Yeah, you might be having some serious hip issues. I am actually the tender age of 45. And the fact that I was getting a hip replacement was not only shocking for me, but was shocking for the doctor as well. Like, why is this happening to you? You're just in your 40s. And I didn't have an answer. He doesn't have an answer. And I think for a lot of people who've approached me since I started talking about my journey, you don't have the answer. And at this point, don't even try. What you need to do is just find a way to get better. One thing you should just know from the get-go, it takes a lot of mental preparation, and the mental preparation is because your life changes. One of the things that I can tell you, not even one of the things, 5 of the things that I can tell you that will change completely in your life. 1, you will not be able to sit on a low seat. So if you're those guys when you go shags and you haven't fixed your digs in shags and you're using a pit latrine, you cannot squat. So just know that, stop, you cannot sit low. That's 1. Number 2, do not run. So if there's a tsunami or an earthquake, you just walk really fast when you feel it, because it's like a spare part. So the lifespan of any hip joint that you've gotten as a replacement is 20 years. Now, the more you run or the more you use it, the more, it disintegrates. So just be gentle with it, because since I'm 40, I don't want to get a replacement when I'm 60 or 70. I want this to be for life. So that's the second thing. The third thing, you can't cross your legs. So before your surgery, or if you need surgery, cross your legs as much as possible, because you're not going to be able to do that, even for fun. Relaxation, the way you see guys, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. And I think there are quite a few more, but I'll break those down in some of the next episodes. But it's very important for you to take care of your body, to also know that the body that you have, the natural body, is super amazing. No implant can compare.